Module 1.1 Introduction to Japanese Culture and Language. Number 1. Purpose of studying Japanese. Why Japanese? Learning basic Japanese phrases and culture helps students communicate better with foreign or Japanese people. It creates better relationships and comfort for Japanese clients or guests when they see foreigners making an effort to speak their language. Geography or topography of Japan. Japan is an archipelago made up of about 3,000 islands. Total land area is 144 square miles or 372 square kilometers. Japan have 4 main islands, which is Hokkaido in the northern part, Honshu in central and largest island, Shikoku, the smallest island, and last, Kyushu in southern part. Climate in Japan. Japan has two climate zone or main climate zone. First, the subarctic, which is cold and snowy. Example, in Hokkaido. Number 2, or the last one, is subtropical, a hot and humid. Example is in Okinawa. Most of Japan lies between these two climates. Number 3, Japanese writing system. Japan has 4 writing systems that students learn. 1, the Romanji. Romanji is a Roman alphabet used to write Japanese words. Number 2, Hiragana, basic Japanese syllables used for native Japanese words. Third, Katakana, used mainly for foreign words. And last, Kanji, Chinese characters used to represent words or ideas. Learning the writing system is one of the most challenging part of studying Japanese. Number 4, Japanese customs and traditions. Japanese culture values respect, discipline, and tradition. Many customs practiced today have been followed for hundreds of years. One reason is that Japan was isolated from the World War for about 2.5 centuries, which preserved their traditions.
Japan, a country of respect and courtesy. Respect is very important value in Japanese society. Examples, meeting people. Japanese usually bow instead of shaking hands. Younger generations sometimes shake hands, especially with foreigners. Giving and receiving gifts. Giving is common. Gifts are usually given and received with both hands as a sign of respect. Safety in Japan. Japan is considered one of the safest countries in the world. Very low crime rate. Some areas have 1 to 2 police officers patrolling. Many streets have security cameras. People are very honest. In tests, 8 out of 10 people return a lost wallet. Driving and crossing the street. Traffic jams are, even though Japan is densely populated. Drivers often stop to allow pedestrians to cross. Pedestrians show appreciation by bowing and thank you for the driver. Japanese dining etiquette. Meals in Japanese involve many customs that show respect. Important dining practice. Slurping. Slurping noodles like ramen show that you enjoy the food. Chopstick etiquette. It is taboo to stick chopsticks upright in bowl because it resembles a ritual for the dead. Obento. A pocket meal arranged beautifully show respect from the person preparing the food. Respect eating. The cook show respect by preparing food carefully. The person eating show respect by finishing the meal and thanking the cook. Transportation in Japan commuting. Japan has a very efficient public transportation system. Taxis, clean and well maintained, door open automatically, drivers are polite and helpful. Buses, follow very strict schedule, usually only 1 to 2 minutes early or late. Payment is made when entering the bus. Buses stop only at designated bus stops. Train, one of the best way to travel in Japan, famous train system, Shinkansen bullet train. Average speed about 200 km per hour.
Konnichiwa, watashi no namae wa Baris Kingo desu. CM2B karakimashita. Today, I'm going to talk about the 5S system. The 5S system is a work organization method used in many Japanese companies to improve its efficiency and cleanliness. It includes 5 principles. Number 1, seiri, which means sorting and removing unnecessary items. Number 2, seiton, arranging things in order. Number 3, seiketsu, standardizing procedures. Number 4, seiso, which focuses on cleaning the workplace. Number 5, lastly, shitsuke, which means maintaining discipline to sustain these practices. Religion in Japan. Religion in Japan has been influenced by both Asian and Western cultures. The main religions include Buddhism, which came from Chinese influence, and Shintoism. The traditional religion of Japan is Catholicism, and Christianity were introduced by Westerners. Today, Christianity continues to grow in Japan and now has a significant number of followers. Seasons in Japan. Japan experiences 4 seasons. Number 1, spring. Spring is from March to May. It is when the snow melts and the flowers begin to bloom. Number 2, summer. Summer is from mid-July to August. Is known for festivals and gatherings with family and friends. Number 3, fall. Fall is from September to November, is when leaves change colors and fall from trees. Number 4, winter is from December to February, is the coldest season with snow and ice. However, different places in Japan experiences seasons differently, such as Hokkaido, which is colder, and Okinawa, which has warmer climate. Touring in Japan. Japan has many cities rich in culture and history. Tokyo is the financial, political, and commercial center of the country, known for its landmarks like Imperial Palace, Tokyo Tower, and Tokyo Skytree. Osaka is known as the city of merchants and is the 3rd largest city of Japan. Nagoya is famous for manufacturing and the birthplace of Toyota. Lastly, Kyoto represents traditional Japan and is well known for its ancient temples, beautiful gardens, tea houses, and the geisha culture.
I will be discussing 3 important practices in Japanese culture: Jiko Shokai, Ojigi, and Aisatsu. These practices are commonly used when meeting people and communicating politely in Japan. First is Jiko Shokai, which means self-introduction in Japanese. Jiko Shokai is commonly done when meeting a Japanese person for the first time. A Japanese person is also called Nihonjin, where Nihon means Japan and Jin means person or nationality. Doing a proper self-introduction is important in Japanese culture because it shows respect, politeness, and helps create a good first impression. A basic Jiko Shokai usually includes your name, age, where you live, where you came from, your profession, and your hobbies. It often starts with a greeting such as Minasan konnichiwa, which means hello everyone, and Hajimemashite, which means nice to meet you for the first time. For example, Minasan konnichiwa, hajimemashite. Watashi wa Juliana desu. Watashi wa 19歳です。私はパラニャケに住んでいます。私はフィリピンから来ました。私の趣味はロイです。どうぞよろしくお願いします。Which means, hello everyone, nice to meet you. My name is Juliana. I am 19 years old. I live in Parañaque City. I came from the Philippines. My hobby is cooking. Nice to meet you and please treat me well. The second practice is Ojigi, which means bowing. Bowing is a traditional Japanese gesture used to show respect, gratitude, greeting, or apology. Although bowing is strongly associated with Japan, similar gestures are also practiced in many Asian cultures. There are three common types of bows depending on the situation. The first is the casual bow, about 15 degrees, which is used when greeting friends or people of the same level. For example, when meeting a classmate, you might slightly bow and say, "Konnichiwa." The second is the general bow, about 30 degrees, which is used in formal situations such as greeting teachers or colleagues. For example, when greeting a teacher, you bow and say, "Ohayo gozaimasu." The third is the deep bow, about 45 degrees, which shows deep respect, apology, or gratitude. For example, if someone apologizes sincerely, they may bow and deeply say, "Moshiwake arimasen," which means "I am very sorry." And the third important practice is aisatsu, which means greetings in Japanese culture. Greetings are used every day to show respect, politeness, and friendliness. Japanese greetings often depend on the time of the day. The first greeting is "Ohayo gozaimasu" or "Ohayo," which means good morning. "Ohayo" is informal and used with friends and family. "Ohayo gozaimasu" is formal and used with teachers, bosses, or customers. For example, when you see your teacher in the morning, you say, "Ohayo gozaimasu." The second greeting is "Konnichiwa," which means good afternoon or hello. This is one of the most common greetings and can be used with almost anyone. For example, when meeting someone in the afternoon, you say, "Konnichiwa." The third greeting is "Konbanwa," which means good evening. It is used when greeting someone after the sun has set. For example, when you meet someone at night, you say, "Konbanwa." Lastly, we have "Oyasumi" or "Oyasumi nasai," which means good night. Oyasumi is informal, while "Oyasumi nasai" is the formal version. To conclude, Jiko Shokai, Ojigi, and Aisatsu are important parts of Japanese culture. Jiko Shokai helps introduce yourself politely, Ojigi shows respect through bowing, and Aisatsu helps people greet each other properly in daily life. These practices reflect the Japanese values of respect, politeness, and good social relationships.
The first one is yokoso or irishaimase. Yokoso and irishaimase both mean welcome. Irishaimase is used by shop staff to greet customers entering a store, while yokoso is used to welcome someone in general. For example, irishaimase kochira edozo means welcome this way please. The second one is sayonara. Sayonara is used to say goodbye when someone is leaving for a long time, such as going abroad, and is not commonly used for everyday farewells. For example, sayonara mata shita means goodbye, see you tomorrow. The third one is ja. Ja means see you and is used instead of sayonara. It can be followed by ne for emphasis and mata with time expressions like ashita means tomorrow or raishu means next week. For example, ja mata ne means well then, see you. Excusing yourself. Shichurei shimasu and sumimasen. Shimasu or sumimasen both mean excuse. They are used when interrupting someone, apologizing, or when leaving a gathering before others. Using them together makes the apology more polite. For example, sumimasen eki wa doko desu ka means excuse me, where is the station? Asking for an apology. The first one is gomen nasai. Gomen nasai, this expression means I'm sorry and is used to apologize for mistakes, such as breaking something or stepping on someone's foot. Gomen ne also means I'm sorry, but it is used when the speaker is senior to the person they are apologizing to. For example, gomen nasai okorete shimata means I'm sorry I was late. The second one is sumimasen deshita. Sumimasen deshita, a politer way of saying I'm sorry, which is the past tense of excuse me. For example, kinuwo wa sumimasen deshita means I'm sorry about yesterday. The third one is kuchira kuso. Kuchira kuso, it means I should be the one to say that. When someone asks for friendship politely, the another person responds the same way, showing mutual respect and becoming friends. For example, kuchira kuso arigato gozaimasu means no thank you, showing appreciation. The first one is domo arigato gozaimasu. In the service industry, it's important to show respect to guests. Arigato gozaimasu means thank you very much, while the shorter arigato or domo is also acceptable. For example, tetsudete kurete arigato gozaimasu means thank you very much for helping. The second one is doitashimashite. Doitashimashite, when someone says thank you, it's polite to reply with you're welcome. Or in Japanese, doitashimashite, which literally means why do you say such things, but it is understood as you're welcome. For example, arigato gozaimasu and doitashimashite means thank you and you're welcome. Other useful greetings. The first one is please. Tot kudasai and onegaishimasu might mean please. There is a difference between the two. Kudasai is used with a noun like mizu wo kudasai and is typically for requesting a physical object. For example, mizu wo kudasai means please give me water. Onegaishimasu is used not only for requesting objects but also for asking for services or non-physical favors. For example, yoroshiku onegaishimasu means please take care of me or I humbly ask for your favor. The second one is gomen kudasai. Gomen kudasai, it is equivalent to tao po in Filipino, used when visiting a house, room, or store with no one around. You introduce yourself only after someone responds. For example, gomen kudasai ojamashimashima means excuse me, sorry for disturbing.
Dozo yoroshiku onegaishimasu, a polite phrase used when meeting someone for the first time. It means, please be kind to me. Example, hajimemashite, watashi wa Annalyn desu. Dozo yoroshiku onegaishimasu. Japanese honorifics. San, a polite and common title used after person's name to show respect. It is similar to Mr., Miss, and Mrs. in English. It can be used for both men and women. Example, Tanaka-san or Mr. and Miss Tanaka. Second, Yuki-san or Miss Yuki. Sama, a very respectful title used for people with high status, customer, or someone you greatly respect. It shows more respect than san. Example, Okai-ku-sama or honored customers. Kun, usually used for boys or younger males, especially by teachers, senior, or bosses. Sometimes, it can also be used for female junior in school or work. Example, Ken-kun, Kiru-kun. Chan, a affectionate and cute title used for girls, children, close friends, or babies. It shows closeness and fondness. Example, Miki-chan, Hana-chan. Sensei, used for teachers, doctors, professors, and expert in certain field. It shows respect for someone with knowledge or skills. Example, Tanaka Sensei, Dr. Tanaka. Senpai, a senior member in school, club, or workplace who has more experience. Junior usually call them senpai to show respect. Example, Yamada, senpai helped me with my homework. Kenji, senpai is the captain of the club. Kohai, a junior member in a group. This person has less experience and usually learn from the senpai. Example, I'm a kohai in the basketball team.
The parts of speech are nouns, pronouns, adjectives, adverbs, verbs, prepositions, conjunctions, demonstrative, interrogatives, interjections. Word order. The arrangement of words in a sentence to give the correct meaning. Omission of words. In Japanese, some words are removed if the meaning is already clear. Topic and subject. Wa marks the topic. Ga marks the subject. Basic sentence pattern. Japanese sentence follow a basic structure and add more information. Asking questions. Add ka at the end of sentence. That words kore, this near speaker. Sore, that near listener. Are, that over there, far from bottom. Example, kore wai sensei no jisho desu. This is the teacher's dictionary.
Verbs of existence. Japanese uses two different words depending on whether the thing is living or non-living. Arimasu is used for non-living things. For example, watashi wa keita ga arimasu, meaning I have a cell phone. In other forms, the arimasu also have. Arimasu is have. Arimasen do not have. Arimashita is had. Arimasen deshita did not have. Imasu is used for living things. For example, watashi wa neko ga imasu, which means I have a cat. In other forms, imasu is have, imasen do not have, imashita is had, imasen deshita did not have. The basic particles. Ni is used for time, place, or destination. For example, hachiji ha ni imasu, which means meet at 8:30. To, used to list and complete items. For example, enipsu to keitai to saifu, which means pencil, cell phone, and wallet. Next is ya nado, used to list examples like etc. For example, enipsu ya keitai ya saifu nado, which means pencil, cell phone, wallet, and etc. Mo, which means in English is also. For example, Yuki-san mo gakusei desu, which means in English is Yuki is also a student. No is shows ownership. For example, Sensei no hon, in English, teacher's book. Watashi no tomodachi, it means my friend. Arigato.